Hi, I'm Konrad,
Hi, I'm Benna.
and we are the Chan fam.
Yeah.
We are a family of 5 based in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
We are both stay-at-home freelancing parents with 3 boys.
Yes. And they're 6 years old, 3.5, and 10 months old. Almost 10 months in a few days.
That's right. So this is the 3rd episode of the Chan fam
Woohoo!
podcast.
We made it to 3.
Right. So today, what are we talking about, Benna?
We are talking about how to set up your home that is suitable for self-guided learning for your children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is kind of in the context of the coronavirus, which we are now in month 3 of. But in Hong Kong, school's out. School's out for the virus.
No.
We know some of our friends that, the working parents are also working from home. And so the children, the parents are all at home at the same time every day of the week.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
It can be really hard to get anything done.
Yeah, and there's only so much screen time that children can receive before their brains become mush. So setting up your home for self-guided activities, and this is coming from us being educators in a kindergarten setting, and having started our own learning center as well. One big element of that is having centers.
Yeah, like learning corners.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I guess we'll give you a few tips to set it up, and then we'll go through some activities that we think are easy to put together for different stages, for different age. And yeah, I think we'll start with the first one. So one of the things is, pick a room or 2 for the kids to play in. For us, we have a 540 square feet apartment, and we only have 2 bedrooms, 1 washroom, 1 living room / dining room, and 1 kitchen. And so the boys can play in their own room and the living room. In our living room, we took away the couch a few years ago, because it's just too small, the space. Yeah. So no couch in the way. They have this area, just floor space to just roll around and play on the floor. And we don't have a TV in our room as well, just because TV also takes up space.
Yeah, that's right. We will also do another episode about making the most of your space in a tiny Hong Kong flat.
Yeah. But for now, yeah.
Oh. If you're not ready to get rid of your couch and your TV, it's all right. You can work around it. Don't worry. You're not excluded from this episode. Yeah. Right. So once you've kind of decide on those 2 rooms or whichever rooms you're using, you just make it safe, remove any hazards, anything that's easy to fall over. If for us, we have young children, right? So we have a crawler who's learning to stand, so he likes to hold onto things and try and stand up. So we have our bikes in the room here. If he grabs onto that, then that's going to be dangerous. So I built a wall barrier that prevents him from. Yeah. So we just make the room safe.
Yeah, then we close all the outlet. We took away everything that might fall and break, like glass, fragile items, and toppling hazards. So anything that will fall over, choking hazards, anything that he can pick up on the ground. So we basically took away all the small toys, even though our 2 boys can play with them. But I really can't trust that one of them might miss something, like that they'll pick up every single thing. Yeah. So all the beads, marble runs, small Legos are out of their reach currently. And I mean, depending on your home and how old your kids are, you don't have to put those away, but we have a crawler.
Right.
So
yeah, so you choose the room, you make it safe, and then you make it accessible.
And accessible meaning that's the point 3, which is everything the child plays or the activity, they are able to reach and to take out, to use, and put it back by themselves without parents. So like, for example, if you have shelves, you don't put what they want to play with at the top of the shelf. Like you would, so we've done this so many times, trial and error. We put board games at the top, and then we put our books at the bottom. But then we realize the kids cannot reach the board games, and they will not get it. If they cannot reach it, they will not play with it. So we move things around so many times, and we put everything that they can do at their level: activity books, board games, toys.
Yeah, and on that same note, I just thought of another point is that don't put things that you don't want them to pull out within their reach, or you also specify the things that you don't want to pull out, because I mean we have games that have lots of small pieces, so we keep those ones kind of higher up so that the younger children like don't pull that out, and then suddenly there's a billion choking hazards strewn across the floor.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Right. So once that's all set up, okay, so you chose a room, it's safe, it's accessible, then you can choose your activities.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, and the playing surface. You make sure that they, like for example, if they pull out coloring books, then make sure they have a space to color, like the dining table or their own desk or whatever.
You think that these are common knowledge things, but
Yeah, I think you have to be intentional. No, you have to be intentional. Some spaces are quite cluttered, right? And maybe it's not something intentional, but
if you don't have a space that's inviting for a child
inviting. Yes. That's a good word. Yeah. So like for example, our floor is very inviting. They just pull everything out and they're sitting on the floor because there's nothing. There's no couch, no nothing. They just sit there,
it's just
lie
a bare
there.
tile floor that they can draw or build puzzles or do things on.
Yeah.
So here's a few ideas for activities. There are gazillions of ideas, and you can get like a gazillion ideas from Pinterest.
Yeah. And we'll share with you some keywords that you can search on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, some of the ones that we got, and these are dependent on the age range, but
so we'll split them into 3 age range.
Yeah, crawlers, toddlers, and kids.
And older kids.
Yeah.
And the lights is off.
Oh man.
Do you want to go turn on? It just turned off.
You start off.
Okay. So for the crawlers, I'm talking about kids who puts everything in their mouth. You can give them a bag of balls, like a big one, like orange size, apple size, so they cannot choke on it. But yeah, balls, for some reason they're fun. They just love it and then throw it around. Give them balls and containers. They can stuff it in, take it out. Just mess-free painting. Just pour some paint into a Ziploc bag, a big one, and then seal it and tape it on a surface. Any surface will do that. They can reach, okay? So that they don't need your help. And then they just push the paint around. Then there are tunnels. The tunnels, you don't really need to have the IKEA tunnel. But I thought of this when we were doing our work just now at the laptop, and my 10-month-old was crawling around our feet. And I was sitting, just as long as there's a sturdy chair that doesn't topple over, the baby can just crawl around the chair, underneath it, come out. So the best is if you have a 4 sturdy wooden chair that doesn't topple over, you can easily put it in a row and then can just crawl around.
Yeah.
I think in and out.
So that's for crawlers.
Yeah, crawlers.
Toddlers, scrap paper to cut and paste.
Yes.
This is child safe scissors.
Yeah.
And then I mean you teach them first, like how to use scissors, how to cut. For our kid Darius, like he loves to cut.
He's very good at cutting.
Yeah. And so he needs very little supervision. He's never cut himself.
Yeah. No, actually both our boys never cut themselves. And Addie started when he was 1.5, because at that time we had a learning center, so he was always at the center with other kids doing crafts and stuff.
Yeah. A whiteboard. If you get one of those small whiteboards from like a stationery shop, and then you just mount it.
Yeah.
You just like put it on the wall, and then they just go over there, and then they just erase for an hour.
Whiteboard, for some reason, I think older kids too, they like it because they see teachers doing it at school.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because when I have kids coming over like for tutoring, they just love the whiteboard. They just, can I please draw while I wait? Or, they can just draw for a long time.
Sensory play. Here is a keyword for you on Pinterest.
Yes.
You will you will open up a Pandora's box of
ideas,
opportunity, or what's the possibilities. That's right. One big idea is you get the big storage IKEA boxes.
Yeah, which I'm talking about the ones where you can slot under your bed. So they're not deep, they're kind of shallow, but just enough depth so that if you pour in pasta or you pour in rice, and they can play with the rice and trucks, sensory play, anything, it will not bounce out easily unless they're like throwing it. Then they'll be all over their place. But yeah, that's a very nice big box where a kid can even sit in there. Like 2 toddlers can sit in there.
Again, an hour gone.
Yeah,
done.
they can just play for a long time, sensory play.
Yeah. On that same note, like kitchen tools corner, so like tongs and ladles, different things.
They
with
like scooping, and they like using the tongs
with pom-poms and egg cartons. They just like scoop into containers. They role play, cooking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Again, hour gone.
They can play with that for a long time. They love running their fingers through like stuff like that. It really stimulates the what's it called? Stimulate their senses.
Yeah.
Touch.
Hence sensory play. Kids, older kids. So you can have a crafts corner with construction paper, colored paper, stickers, scissors, stamps, cardboard.
Yeah.
And then just like leave it there with crayons and colored pencils and different things, and they can just create things, and they don't have to follow any blueprint or instructions. It's just an opportunity for them to create
whatever
without any pressure.
Yeah.
And it just helps them develop their creativity. The next one is recyclable construction. So you save all the containers from
eating food, packaging.
Yeah.
Anything that you can use, toilet paper rolls are one of the best things.
Should have lots of
tissue,
toilet paper rolls.
Tissue
with
box too.
All the stocking up of toilet paper.
And tissue boxes, plastic bottles, plastic whatever, containers.
Yeah. They can make rockets. They can make
Our
airplanes.
Kids love making rockets.
Buildings.
Yeah.
They can draw on them.
They can paint on
them.
them.
Tape colored paper on them.
Oh, so many possibilities.
Yeah. Make like robot suits that they can strap on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made that before a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just give it to them. Show them maybe 1 or 2 times, like, oh, you can just cut whatever. You can cut this and paste this together. Oh, this is what it looks like. And let them explore.
Yeah. Board games and card games.
Yeah, for the older kids.
Yeah.
This is
good because if you have multiple children and they're old enough to be able to play board games, then you've just occupied multiple children in one activity.
At least an hour, at least. Yeah.
And it's really good for them to work together, and it helps them to just think logically, strategically.
We could do a podcast on the different kind of board games too.
There's so many. Go to Jolly Thinkers in Wan Chai, or there's lots of other stores as well, or you can go online, Amazon. Dress up corner.
Oh yeah dress up.
And painting.
Just put out, again, the main thing is they can see it and they will use it. Because if you put them behind something or inside a drawer or like really high up there, they can't reach it, then they don't know it's there, they won't go for it. So put it out like on the surface, they can reach it.
Yeah, even if you Google or look up like kindergarten classroom, you'll get an idea how you can lay things out that are child accessible. So those are some ideas, and then after you've kind of chosen what activities you'll do, you can't just throw them at it and expect it to magically happen. They'll be entertained by themselves.
Yeah, I think just spend some time guiding them through the activities, like at least letting them know. One big thing is after you use it, this is how you put it back. Because you want to keep the environment like neat and tidy. It helps with the emotions too. Everyone living in just a more tidy space, and teach them responsibilities. And yeah, so teach them how to use the things, how to put it back. And
yeah, put it back before you take out another activity. Teach them how to use it properly, because they won't intuitively know for a lot of the things that you set up. So
basically, if your kid has been used to screen time just to pass time, and if you're wanting to try this self-guided activities and take away the screen or cut it down, then it will take some time for your child to get used to no screen time and to get used to being bored. They might not magically say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. They might say, oh, I'm bored, I want to watch a cartoon. Oh, I'm bored, I want to. Because my firstborn is always like that. He's always like, I'm bored, I want to watch a cartoon. Can I watch a cartoon? Can I please watch a cartoon? And it won't just overnight. It won't happen overnight. So I think it takes time to know what they like to, and to let them be bored, and to let them learn how to explore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually. That's true too, because you might set up some really awesome activities and you'll be like so proud of yourself, and then you realize that your child doesn't want to construct stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's fine, because I mean every child kind of gravitates to different kind of activities. So it also might take some trial and error as to what will engage your child as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
Yeah, I think
so. Give it a try. See if it works.
Yeah, let us know if you try it, and let us know how it works for your family.
Yeah. And yeah, you can, give us a comment, like reach out to us on our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're now on Spotify.
Woohoo! And iTunes.
Wherever you find your podcasts.
You can find us through hashtag #TheChanFam. Yeah, it will show up.
Yes. One hashtag to rule them all. Or on our website, we will consolidate all our stuff there on thechanfam.co. Yep. So, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.